Hi, I'm Angie. I want to welcome you to National Indoor RV Centers, where we specialize in the sales, storage, service, and detailing of only high-end new and used coaches. So basically, we do it all. Hi, I'm Angie with National Indoor RV Centers, and today I'm so excited to show you the all-new 2023 Winnebago Ekko. Now this video is really for all of our customers that have had a 22 Ekko on order and you've been patiently waiting and hanging in there with us. Well, guess what? This is the coach you're going to be getting. You're going to be getting a 23. So that's super exciting. The Ekko sits on the all-wheel drive Ford Transit Chassis with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 gas engine with 10-speed automatic transmission. So let's start from the very top of the Ekko. We've got our marker lights. Then you come down to the front cab. We've got that W, the flying W, which you're going to see throughout the coach. Then we have our nice big windshield. I always say this is when your trip begins, when you get in that driver's seat, because you get to see this beautiful country through that windshield. Now, right in the center of the windshield, we have a camera. That camera is going to help with some of the safety features that are built into this coach. So you have brake assist, forward collision warning, and lane keep assist. This also comes standard with adaptive cruise control, so that's a really nice feature because a lot of us have gotten spoiled to that in our vehicles. You can now get this, or now comes with the Ekko. We have the windshield wipers. These are rain sensing windshield wipers, so that's really cool. They'll automatically turn on, and they also, when they automatically go on, they'll also turn on your headlights, so that's really a cool feature. Then we come down to our HID, which are our high intensity discharge headlights, and our fog lights here. Right here is the sensor for your adaptive cruise control, just behind that panel. So let's check out everything underneath the hood. All right, so underneath the hood here, we've got our connection if you ever need to jump your batteries, since your chassis batteries are underneath your feet, basically at the in the cockpit. Then you would connect your positive here, and then your negative or your ground right here. Coolant for the coach, brake fluid. Right back here is our engine oil dipstick, engine oil fill. We've got the air intake for the dash AC, and then just off to the left here we have our windshield wiper fluid fill. We have our exterior mirrors. You can manually fold those in if you need to. The top 2/3 are remotely controlled inside the coach, and then the bottom you just have to adjust manually. So you want to just make sure you get those right, because these are your saving grace when you're driving any kind of coach. Then we've got our marker light and turn signal in the side here. Just below that we've got our tires and wheels. The wheels are supplied by Winnebago, the matte black. They look awesome on the Ekko. One of the things that Winnebago does is they listen to the voice of the customers, and what they heard back is that they didn't need or want the extra running board. So Winnebago has deleted that for 2023, and that will be a bonus, I think, to the Ekko owners and you new Ekko owners. Make sure you notice that on all four corners of the Ekko we have the extruded aluminum protection, that extra beefy protection for the corners of the Ekko. So you're going to take this vehicle off-road, you're going to have a lot of fun of it, and you've got extra protection here. Now, one of the things that Winnebago does is they make 75% of what's in this coach. So they truly are an RV manufacturer, not a parts assembler. If you want to learn more about all the things that Winnebago makes at their factory, you can watch my factory tour video. Yeah, I actually saw the aluminum extruding machine, which is really impressive. They also make all their own holding tanks, their upholstery, so many things. And you're also going to see a tag, and I'll show you that as we go along, on certain items throughout the coach that they've got a label on them. They've got a label on them. If you ever need to replace that item, you can take a picture of it, send it to Winnebago, and they can order you a replacement. Huge feature, especially in this day and age where parts are hard to come by. This is the Verdant exterior, and you can order this with or without graphics. Now, depending on which package you pick, Verdant or Raw Sienna is your other option, will determine like what color the second K is in your Ekko. But you can get that without graphics if you want. I think they look great. makes it kind of fun. I just love all the extra detail that Winnebago puts into the exterior of this coach. I do want to give extra props to the door on the Ekko. First of all, this is nice and strong. It feels like a diesel door. There's nothing flimsy or rattly, or I mean, it's thick, strong, nice door. Then we have my favorite part, which is the screen door. So they changed it this year. They flipped and they put the finer screen on the outside. And then on the inside, you've got like this wired screen that's super strong. That's good for a couple reasons. For pets, obviously, but for kids. Kids seem to like to kick that door open and they'll kick right through the screen. That's not going to happen on this door. And then the third thing that I love about this door is that it's the only screen door that I'm aware of that you can lock. So that's great for if you want to sleep with your door open at night, which I can see myself doing, but you just feel a little bit more secure. Also, if if it's a beautiful day like today, you want to go out for a hike and you don't want to come back to a hot coach, you want to keep the air flowing through, you could, open up your windows, lock your screen door, and leave this open. So I love that feature. And then again, it's just a nice, strong, beefy door, and then it magnets to the front door, so they really become one. And no squeaks, nice and strong and sturdy. Love that. You probably noticed when I opened the door, the steps came out. So you've got a power step button right inside the door. I always turn those off. I don't want the steps going in and out every time the door gets opened, every time the kids go in and out, because you're gonna burn up that electric motor easily if you do that. So just inside the door, you can turn that off. Now it's gonna stay out until I turn on the coach and get ready to leave. So now I'm gonna go ahead and extend my Carefree awning. So I've got a button right inside the door. Just push and hold. It's gonna provide a lot of shade. Plus there is a motion sensor on it. Now I would never put my awning out and leave my coach. So you just never know if a big gust of wind comes along. I wanna be out here, in the outdoors around the coach if I have my awning out. And I can also turn on the LED lights, so it gives a nice little lighting here at night, which is really cool. And you can turn on your patio light as well, so nice little lit area and well shaded. Okay, so now this is probably one of my favorite things on the Ekko. Also, it's one of the things that changed, just the latch for 2023. They, again, listen to the voice of the customer, and they've got a little spacer in here, and it just will stop it from overturning, and it gives it that little space there. So I'm going to open this up, and you push it in and secure it right there. Now look at how thick that door is. That's the same thickness as the wall. So Winnebago, when they make this wall, they use their CNC cutter, so everything's cut exact. Your window openings, your door openings, and then the thickness of that wall is first your fiberglass, then Azdel, then your foam insulation, and then your backer or your interior wall. So nice thick wall, great insulation, and then each layer is glued and pinch pressed together. So they do that with the first three that I said, the fiberglass, the Azdel, and the foam insulation. Then they cut out all the space for your aluminum framing, for your wiring. They add those steel backers for any of your cabinets. And then they put the wallboard on, glue it, pinch press it again. So really nice, well-built wall. Now to the fun stuff. Okay, so this is your external kitchen. So you're gonna pull out the bottom one. Now, you can just cook like this right here, but you also got your refrigerator or freezer. You can make it one or the other. Now, I said that this is my favorite part. This is optional. So you can decide to have the really cool kitchen, which obviously I'm gonna get in my Ekko, because I think it's awesome. But if you don't do the kitchen option, then you're gonna have a nice big storage compartment. But I just love how they've worked this out. So you can store, I would probably, since I'm gonna be cooking out here, I'll probably keep, you know, keep this refrigerator. So you set the temperature, so you decide if you want it to be refrigerator or freezer, one or the other. Now once I'm done using that, I'm just going to go ahead and tuck it away. Okay, so now I've got my LP cooktop here. So I'm going to pull out my sink and my faucet. And also back there is my LP connector. So I'm going to connect here. I'll show you shortly. And then I'm going to connect that to my LP tank. So I'll show you how that's done as well. But just wanted you to see that. And you've got a low point drain back in that compartment as well. So now I've got everything out here that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and put my sink together. But while I'm here, I'm going to show you that this is where, right here, you're going to connect your LP here and then walk it over to your quick connect. So if you don't get the kitchen option, then this is where you could connect your gas grill for cooking. Okay, now I'm going to put my sink in here. So this can be a cutting board, or you just push down. Now it's your sink, and then if you look right inside that compartment, you can see your hot and your cold. You're going to go ahead and connect your faucet, and there is your sink. So pretty cool, right? So you can do all your cooking here and then do your cleanup. You can even heat your hot water if you want to for your sink, if you don't want to take it out of your freshwater tank. Anyway, I love this option, really cool. And then it's just super easy. Pops right out, and then we're just going to make it back to the cutting board. Set those to the side, and then to fold this down. Oh, I wanted to point out these too. Really cool. So you can hang towels off here, garbage sacks off the end here, your, kitchen tools. So I love that little feature. Little things that Winnebago adds. And then to pull this down, you just push in the little levers here, and it folds right down. Then you're just going to push the yellow tabs out and push it right back into its spot. Now I'm just going to put all the cords back here. I just love that. So cool kitchen option. The Ekko comes standard with the dual pane tinted acrylic windows, so there's extra insulation. And then when we're inside, I'll show you how easy they are to open and operate. Another feature I really like. Now we have center of the coach here, we've got two 110 outlets. This is a great spot where if you want to hook up an external TV, here's your cable connection, which is a pass-through from the other side, and then a 12-volt receptacle. Here's the Truma AquaGo. So this is your continuous hot water, 60,000 BTUs, so you don't need to worry about having a cold shower. You probably need to worry more about using all your fresh water. But this is really easy. The main question I get, people say their Truma's not working, and they come out here and they have it turned off. So the center is off. You can turn it on, pushing it up or down. Center is off. This is also where you would winterize your coach if you are going to winterize the coach. It's very easy to release the pressure and then drain the system here. Again, there's full instructions in your owner's manual. We can do that for you at National Indoor RV Centers too. And just remember, if we're lucky enough to have you as a storage customer at National Indoor RV Centers, no need to winterize. Because you are always plugged into 30 amp or 50 amp service, whatever your coach requires, and then it's full valet service. So you just give us a call, 24 hours notice if you can, and then when you come, we'll check the tire pressure in your tires, we'll fill your fresh water tank, and then you just park your car and you're good to go, or hook up your tow vehicle. Super easy, and we do that at all of our locations where we store at least 300 coaches at each of those locations. All right, behind here, and I'm going to tell you, I can really notice a difference on those handles. When you shut it, it really sucks the door in, and it's a nice, secure fit. Now here are two 20-pound propane tanks. These are totally like the propane tanks you can go and get at the grocery store. You can go get them refilled there. You can even, bring along extra ones that you can store in the gear garage. So you've got lots of options there. If you turn on both valves on your propane tanks, it will use one tank and then it will transfer to the other tank once it's fully used the one tank. So that's a nice feature. And here's a cutoff valve in case you want to run one tank solely or the other tank. Just below the tanks, I showed you this when I was demonstrating the kitchen, is your quick connect. So this is where you can connect that gas grill, and super easy that they've got that all ready for you. So just watch the door as I shut it. You can see it just really pulls that door in, and there is zero movement. So I love that. Now let's go to the first door of our gear garage. Before I do that, I'm just going to point out the marker lights here, marker there, and then below that, this is a Winnebago added blind spot monitor because that does not come standard on the Ford Transit chassis. But again, it's another safety feature they are building in, and it's right here. Now last year in 22, I believe it was on this back bumper, so that's another change from 22 to 23. All right, so I'm going to open up our first compartment into the gear garage. Now, I do love this because you're partially sheltered from your awning. So if it's raining, you've got that shelter. Now, I'm going to open up the two other doors so you can just see how big this is. So this, I think, shows how big this space is and how accessible this space is. That's one of the things that's so important. So here we are at our first molly board. Now, isn't this cool? This is just a little demo for you guys. This doesn't come standard with the Ekko, so don't call and ask me for it. But it's like a little emergency kit, and I love it. But I just wanted to leave it hanging here so you could see how you can hang tools off this, ropes off this, up to 50 pounds on this molly board here. And molly stands for modular, lightweight, load carrying equipment. So pretty cool, right? Right inside the door, I want to point out a few things. We've got this great little mat that you can take out. You can spray that off with a hose if you want to clean it up. And then below this, we have the honeycomb floor that's sturdy, lightweight, water resistant, and then you can see the tracks here for your D-rings, and I've got all my D-rings down at the other end, so you can really secure things into this space, and you have tracks up here on both sides too. So again, great place for gear. 12-volt outlet here, push button light, two 110 outlets, an air intake. On the other end, we've got the same, another push button light, the 12-volt receptacle, two 110s, and then you've got a furnace. So this will be somewhat heated back in this area. So I like this rear door too. The hinges allow it to go up and then it stops, but again, that's going to protect you from the elements. If it's pouring rain or snowing, because you can use this in the snow, you're going to have some protection here when you're loading and unloading the coach, just like you do from your awning over here. And then I'll show you a little protection on the other side in a minute. Now, up at the top here on the roof, you can see that we've got our over-the-air antenna and then our AC unit. Just below that, we've got the aluminum framing of the back wall with the marker lights in it. And then we have our rear view camera, our ladder, and this will support up to 225 pounds. So if you need to get up there and wash off your solar panels or check your roof seals, you can do that easily here. We've also got our brake lights. We have the high brake lights and then more here. I like the high ones so that you know people are going to see, especially if you're towing something. And then we have the engine exhaust. The hitch on the Ekko is rated to 5,000 pounds. Now, I'm not going to say you can tow 5,000 pounds though. All depends on how much you're carrying. So you're going to have to fully load your Ekko, get weighed, and then see what you are going to be able to tow. Now, if you want to know more about tow packages, about having a towed, I have a RVing 101 towing video. It's one of my shorter videos too. So if you want a little bit more information, go watch that. Beyond the hitch receiver, we have the 7-way for lights for our tow vehicle. So now to show you another really cool optional feature. I think most of you are going to want it though. This is the Batwing. So you just are going to unzip this. And So how cool is this? Check out that. All right, then there's this lever or latch here on the end that we're gonna slide into, and then it pulls tight, and then you can just tighten that strap to take any of the slack out. But how cool is that? And look at that extra shade. Nice height here too. So now I have total protection, or almost total protection, when I'm in my gear garage from the back side, from the driver's side of the coach. So I wanted to show how tall this was. So it's probably would clear someone 6'6", 6'7". Even with the leg up, when we extend the leg, that makes it a little bit higher. They may just have to watch the bars here, but you can see that there is a lot of clearance. So it's not like you're ducking under this space. It's very usable space. People use it obviously for shade, to load and unload their gear, their expensive triathlon bike. You can't build your fire under here though, okay? It's not fire worthy, but it does really extend your camping area. So you also have a leg that just stores right here. Just bring that down and you can extend that. And then we've got stakes right here so that you can tether every corner down with a stake. So do it here. I've already got this one out for you here. And then you would just pull this, attach the stake to it, and make it as long as you need to. So it's gonna be nice and sturdy. Now, another feature, now Alu Cab is who makes this Batwing. One of the things that Winnebago doesn't make, surprise, surprise. But if you want to add like a screened in porch, there's accessories that you can add to this as well. So I'm gonna keep the Batwing up while we go into the wet bay, because I like that option that it's gonna give me protection again if the weather's bad, or if it's just super hot. Like, I'm not gonna melt under here where I'm doing the dirty work. So one of the things I really like is that there is a light switch right there. So that's great for when you're working in this bay, or just when you're out underneath the Batwing, you've got a little light here. There's another light inside this cabinet as well. So that really illuminates the wet bay nicely for you. And that's just a push button over on the side. So right here is our potable water fill. So if you are dry camping and you need to, you're not connected to city water and you need to fill your tank, this is where you're going to do it. You can also sanitize and flush your tank from here as well. On the Ekko, you get a 50-gallon freshwater tank. You have a 51-gallon gray tank, and then we've got the cassette toilet. We also got a furnace to this area too, so that's going to help keep that warm and extend your seasons here. Our satellite and cable input, and then we've got our shower. So we're just going to connect the shower hose, which I've got inside the coach right here. Now below this is going to tell you your different ways that you are going to use that tank. So if you're dry camping, you're going to move all the levers like this for your water system. If you're filling the tank, you're going to have it like this. So you only have it like this when you're filling. Once you are you've filled your tank, then you're going to probably go to you're going to go to dry camping if you're dry camping, or to city water. So city water is where you're going to hook up right here to fill that freshwater tank. And then you've got the directions to move the levers for winterizing and sanitizing the tank. You can turn on your water pump from right here, and then again, this is your light switch. So you've got a little hook here for rags if you need to. You've got another one here on the door if you want to hang your gloves, or hang your soap from there. Another one right there. Now we've got our fresh tank drain. So if you're winterizing the coach, you're going to want to drain that tank, and then you've got your fresh water drain and another fresh water drain. So all these drains here, and then we have our gray waste tank drain and dump here. So we'll connect our stinky slinky from underneath the coach through here, and we can also connect the hose for our city water fill. We can thread that through here and then shut that. So again, we keep this compartment safe from critters. Notice that this is also one of their the plastic is made in their rotocast facility. You can wipe this out, you can squirt it out with a hose because it's plastic, so that's nice. Right here, this is a vent for your gray tank. So here is your an extra solar hookup. So this is new for 2023. They've located it out here, which is great because on your roof, this comes standard with 455 watts of solar already. You've got 3 solar panels up there. You can add another 50 watt panel. So if you've got a portable one, if you're in a nice location like we are and you're shaded and you want to walk it out to the sun, you can hook up right here and then walk that panel out to the sun. The controller will only take up to 510 watts, so that's all you can do. Then we've got our 30 amp shore power cord hookup here and our Truma exhaust. Now I'm ready to put the Batwing away, and I'll show you how easy that is. So we're just going to release this and then just start walking it. So I've pushed all the arms to the side, and then I'm just going to go from the bottom and I'm going to start rolling it up. I'm going to keep it nice and tight. So now I've got it all rolled up, and I'm just going to start zipping it. And you can also bring the zipper from this side too as they come together. Super easy, right? All right, so now to our cassette toilet. So you're just gonna push in, this locks as well, but you just push in both, opens right up. Then there's a little blue latch here that you just have to lift up, and then you pull this out. You can go ahead and extend your little luggage carrier so you can walk it over to the dump. Now, a few things you need to know about this. This arm rotates so that you can, pour it out easier. This right here is a vent. So when I slide that back into its location there, it vents your cassette tank here. When you go to pour out the contents, you need to release this pressure valve or nothing's going to come out, and that will not be fun. And then this is where you've got like a little float in there that will indicate that the tank is full. Also, you can sanitize it there. Another thing that I would recommend with the cassette toilet, at National Indoor RV Centers, we sell a product called Microblaze. This is not a paid for advertisement either. I should get them to sponsor me. But it is, you put in like a tablespoon of the Microblaze, and it's a microorganism that makes all the contents in here liquid when you go to drain your cassette tank. So that's a positive, a good thing. So something you may want to try. You're done with all the dirty work. You're just going to slide your cassette back into place. Make sure it's latched, and you're good to go. Just below the cassette, this is an extra storage compartment if you go with the option for the 2 lithium batteries, which deletes the generator. So if you go with the standard package, you get 1 lithium battery and the generator, and this is where your generator would be. All right, so I bet you can guess what's in this compartment, right? This is where your 2 lithionic batteries will be. So they are each 320 watt hour batteries. So you're gonna have 640 watt hours with the lithionic option. And then this is another new thing for 2023. This is the shower pump, or what pumps the water to the gray tank. That's changed from 22. That's where you had the inverter was here in the 22. So the inverter is now inside, shower pump here. And you'll note that there is a vent here. This is a heated compartment. Lithium batteries don't like to get too cold, but they also have an internal heat system in them, so they will protect themselves. Now you're probably wondering where the fuel tank is on this. So just open the door here, and it gives you access to your fuel fill. And Winnebago has upgraded the fuel tank, so it's 31 gallons in the Ekko. As cool as the Ekko is on the outside, there's just as many cool features on the inside, so let's go check them out. So right when I walk inside the door, note that you've got this nice strong handle to help you get in and out of the coach safely. We have the fire extinguisher That's really nice, not only to have it inside the coach, but it's very accessible from outside as well. Another thing you got to go check out is my Protang fire suppression system video. So at National Indoor RV Centers, we only sell products that we truly believe in. That's one of them. You can have it customized for your coach. You can do it in just certain compartments or throughout the whole coach. Just give us a call today and we can give you a custom quote. Here's the furnace. And then just above on this panel here, we've got our awning controls and our awning lights, our power step on and off button, and our coach battery on and off button. This is for our patio light outside. This is for the light in the hallway there. And this is our accent lighting. So here we have the control panel for your Xantrex 2000 watt pure sine inverter. And this is just going to tell you the status. So right now we're working off the batteries. You can actually just see the little battery that it's powering from the inverter to the battery. And then if you were plugged into shore power, this would be lit up. And then this will light up if you have a fault or a code that it needs to show you. You can turn the inverter on or off from here. So inverter being on right now is going to power your AC, all your 110 outlets, and your microwave. So if I were to turn that off here or turn it off at the disconnect, none of those would work. All right, here's your solar charge controller. This shows you the amps that the solar panels are bringing into the coach, and that's really all that does. Then we have a control panel here, so we can turn the water pump on and off here. We can see our tank levels. So the fresh tank, gray tank, and it also gives you the temperature of the tanks, which that's really cool. So you can see if you're in danger of getting to that freezing point, and if they're getting too cold, that light, that temperature is going to be flashing at you to alert you. Now you do have an app. Again, this is optioned in with the Lithionic 2 lithium batteries. So I'm going to pull up the app, and that is way more accurate than the reading that you're going to get here at the panel. So I'm just going to open up my Lithionic app, and right there it's catching both batteries. Okay, so I can click on the first battery and it's at 95%. It's going to show the voltage, the current amps. So we're not really, all we're running right now is just the lights basically, the power, battery temperature, and the battery management system temperature, and then your state of charge. It's on, and you can see there's even a little green flashing light. It's kind of like the heartbeat of the system. And then it will also tell you the time remaining, so 2 days, 12 hours. If I turned on the AC, you would see that current amps change drastically. And once the compressor is running, it's going to draw a lot more power, and my time remaining would go down significantly as well. But those are really great that you can watch that, and you can do that for each battery. So 95% on that as well. And then if you want a little bit more detailed information, you can go into your state of charge, voltage. It's just going to give you a little bit more deeper information if you click right there. Now, like I said, if I were to turn on the AC, it would definitely change the time remaining. People always ask me, so how long can I run my AC? So I liken it to your cell phone. People ask, how long will the battery last? How long will my charge last? Well, I charged it fully last night, but guess what? I've got 50 apps running. So it's probably not going to last all day. It's the same way with your battery, with your lithium batteries. Depends on what you're using. If you're not using the AC or any 110 outlets in the microwave, I'd go ahead and turn my inverter off so you don't have any parasitic draw, and that will help there. So you just have to be smart, and you have to think about the way that you use it, and as you use your Ekko, you'll figure it out. So the best way to charge your batteries are by driving the coach. Second way would be plugging into shore power, and then you've always got the trickle charge from your solar panels. Finally, on this panel, we also have the reading for the chassis batteries, so we can see what kind of volts we're bringing in on each of those. So look at the beautiful Veritas interior. You also can choose the boho, so 2 options for interiors, 2 options for exteriors, plus you can do that graphic delete if you wanted to. Now, as I look at another new feature for 2023 is that we have a light switch for this light right here. Before that was integrated with the other accent lights, but not great for when you're viewing the TV. So the TV is also an optional item. This is a 24-inch TV. Again, if you're planning on ordering an Ekko, National Indoor RV Centers is the place to do that. We're happy to do an order or let you buy one off the lot. Doesn't matter to us, we just want you to be happy. So if you want to pick every item, then an order might be for you. But call us at National Indoor RV Centers so we can walk you through what comes standard, what comes as options, what your different options are. And then we'll also let you know if we think that there's something that you shouldn't miss optioning into your coach, because so many of our customers love that option. So we do have that, the gift of having a lot of customers that have these coaches, and we have the feedback from them. So here we have 2 USB charging ports, 12-volt port, 2 110 outlets, and then this again is the light for over the TV area. Right inside here we have a nice storage compartment, and we do have a cable connection and satellite HDMI and our Blu-ray DVD player. More storage the opposite side. Nice big compartment with the cargo net to keep all the contents in there. Right above the window we've got our Ram track, and you can go to Amazon and get accessories for anything you want to hang off this track. So I've turned the captain and co-captain's chair around. You can see that you can comfortably get 4 people in here when you've got those turned around. You actually have a living room, right? These are cushions that come that just snap onto, secure them around the backrest of the chair. This gives you a little extra height so that when you're sitting in here, that it's nice for your legs. Otherwise you're feeling like you're squatting a little bit. Now, if you are having guests over, or if you want to use this as your office, it's great to use this table option. So this is the Lagoon table, and all you have to do is just bring it around, and it inserts right over this. Bring it down, and then you can tighten it up so that it's secure. But this is really nice. You can lower that too if you need to, but you can move that around. You can actually flip it outside if you want to use it a little bit outside for like a standing table. Just a nice little table that you have as an option for eating or your office, and it just stores right behind the 2 passenger chairs. We also have storage above the captain and co-captain, so that's nice to have that little extra storage there. Here we have 2 110 outlets, 2 USB charging ports, and the 12-volt receptacle. Now, just also wanted to note that Winnebago makes this whole piece here in their Rotocast department. So again, go check out that factory tour video. So another new item for 2023 is that we have new hinges that are stronger. They eliminated the magnet that holds this up. Now, these are not the hinges. They've actually improved them since then. So the coaches you'll be getting will have the new hinges. Also, I mentioned that any cabinet that's in a coach is backed by steel, and then we have this bar here too to add extra strength to this cabinet. So there's no bow in this cabinet, since this is a big cabinet and you could put some heavy items in here. Your Winnebago manuals and everything right there. And I do love the latches, because these are not going to come open. You actually have to pull that out and bring it up to open it. So nice and solid and secure. Now, another new item is the new framing on our windows. And another thing is that we've got the cassette shades, and we've got the screen and then the blackout. These used to just magnet together. Sometimes they held together better than others, but this actually clips them together. So I really love that feature, because you can go, half privacy, half screen, or you can go full privacy, full screen. So then, to demo the great windows, we're just going to unclick the screen from the blackout, and then you can just push out, and then you can pick different level of how much you want that window open, and then to shut it all the way up and all the way down. And I still want a little crossbreed, so I'm going to leave it open. And then I'm just going to bring my screen down. So simple. I absolutely love these. fact, I want them in my house. All right, from here also, we've got a table that we can flip up. So the person in the captain's chair, rotate around, can use this, and also keep your passengers sitting here. Seat belts in both of these, and this is one of the examples of the upholstery that Winnebago makes. And look at this new stitching machine. I'm sure there's a more like technical name for that, but they do that in their Stitchcraft facility, and I love that because I think it kind of looks like a W. To take this table down, all you do is just lift up and then let it drop. I'm just going to get out of the way so it doesn't get any easier than that. You don't have to. Stores right there, out of the way. Love it. Here to the left of me is a vent for the furnace, and then this is a new addition for 2023, another voice of the customer item. They added this aluminum strip here. They did this to protect the corner from, you know, hitting that and chipping it. I love that. And then just beyond that, we've got our inverter cutoff, and our inverter is actually in here, so that's new for 2023. They switched the spot from the shower or the pump for the shower and the inverter. So the inverter is now inside the coach, safe and sound, and this is your disconnect. So if you're not using it, or if you're putting it in storage, you want to make sure you turn that off. Right next to that is the breaker for the battery. That is really just for technicians. Leave it in the up position, don't touch it. In the ceiling here, we've got our overhead fan. We also have speakers so that we could take the dash radio and put that into the house of the coach. And then we have our smoke alarm. Right below the smoke alarm, we have our Flying W. Flying W, do you know how that came about? John K. Hansen's son, when he was 6-year-old, wrote out the word Winnebago and made the W with that big line going across, and it's become kind of their logo. So the Flying W, you'll see that throughout. I love that. Little spot here for cups, and then we've got a storage compartment here with adjustable shelves. Always nice. And then that leads us nicely right into our kitchen. So great kitchen with the stainless steel sink and the residential faucet. I like that it has a little spray hose there. I love that we have a nice big window here in the kitchen, again with the cassette shades that we can black that out super easy, or have this nice cross breeze that I'm enjoying today. Then we've got our LP cooktop here. And again, you just have to make sure that the tank is on for this to work inside. Right below the countertop, we have 2 110 outlets, and then 2 more 110 outlets here. Great drawers, and again with those latches that aren't going to come open during travel, and they securely shut. Really nice big full extension drawer here. And then cabinet. This is nice because that's nice and deep. You could put a waste can in here, which I would probably do just because you don't really have room in the aisle, and then furnace outlet below. So we have push button controls for the lights underneath the cabinets. It really nicely illuminates the kitchen. And then another storage compartment. This is where your microwave plugs in. So then next to our microwave, right there, and then to our refrigerator. So this is a Norcold refrigerator freezer. Really nice space in this. And then we have the freezer compartment too. So you can get a couple gallons of ice cream. I know y'all probably think I'm obsessed with ice cream, but you know, it's what you need to survive. And then just below the refrigerator, we have our breaker box and fuse panel. And below that, we have the LP alarm. So that, again, safety item and our furnace outlet. So now to the bathroom. I'm just going to flip on this light right here because that is for my bathroom. So light is on. And now we've got the bathroom here. We've got the bamboo mat. We've got our drain, our toilet, and we can turn that however it's most comfortable for the person sitting there. Toilet paper holder, 2 110 outlets. Again, a window that opens so you can totally get some fresh air in here, which is great. And we've got those cassette blinds again for the screen or for the blackout. Storage above. Little shelf here for smaller items there. So that's really nice. the full length, or not full length, but it has a mirror here. And then we have a nice sink area here with the residential faucet. We've got another flying W, so we can hang a hand towel there, and we can turn on the water pump right here in the bathroom. Now this is probably the coolest feature of this bathroom because it turns in from your toilet sink area to your shower. How cool is that? And there's just a little snap here up in the corner to keep that in place if you need it. So that's not going to move. You've got a hook here, and then you've got your shower curtain. So you can just unhook that. And then that's going to go all the way along here. Keep everything nice and dry. And just hook that back into place. You've got your oxygenic shower head, so you can turn on your water pump, then you can turn this on and off right here from that dial. So you can lather up, take a military shower, lather up, turn the water back on, rinse off, to save that water in your freshwater tank and to not fill up your gray tank needlessly. Again, the bamboo mat there, and then your drain. And you've got a little spot here where you can put shampoo and stuff. So really, for, you know, the Ekko, for a Class C, for this size of coach, this is a nice size shower. Before we go into the bedroom, a few controls here that I want to show you. So this is your thermistor for the coach. So this is going to communicate with a thermostat to keep the temperature right where you want it. This is our Truma AquaGo system. So we're just going to press in here. This is the house. This is where we can turn on the furnace. So we're going to press into that, and then we can set the temperature that we want the furnace to go to and lock in there. We'll go back and turn that off. The next one over is our water heater. So press in here, it's off. Eco mode is just like the economy mode. And then this is your comfort mode. This is where you're going to have a nice hot shower, no worries at all. And then we just go back to off. Here is our fan for our furnace. So you can turn that on to the vent, and then how high you want that fan to go. And then this is the timer for your water heater. So you can set this if you know that you get up at 6 o'clock every morning and you want to have a hot shower. Really, you don't need to use the timer because with this system in comfort mode, you're going to have continuous hot water. But you can set it there so that, you know, set it for 5:30. It will obviously heat up and be ready for you at 6. Then we have this is just where we set the time. And then this is where you can customize your screen. So very easy to operate. Just below that is our AC, so you can just scroll through, set your temperature, turn it on and off, set the temperature here, super easy. Welcome to the master bedroom of the Ekko. Now I went ahead and lifted up both ends of the beds so that you could see all the storage in here sort of at once, or at least the storage area here. So you can access it from lifting up the bed, and it is on a nice hinge there, so it's going to stay up there, which is great. And then you also have access through the door. Now in this compartment here, you can see that you've got a wardrobe bar. You also have service accessibility to the water pump there. And then you can also access this through the drawers. So nice full extension drawers. And then similar setup on this side. You've got the cabinet here. And drawer space. And then you have another little secret compartment back here. So that's maybe where you put valuables. Then the bed just easily comes down. Now we've got the Froley system here that acts kind of like your springs for your mattress. Then we have the Win Sleep mattress. So this is super comfy. Like it sort of has a Tempur-Pedic feel. So you have 2 different types of foam in there, plus a layer that has like the cooling gel layer on the top, and then it's microbial, so it's going to keep it from, you know, mildew and that kind of thing. Same thing on this side. Again, so comfy. We've got the light just inside the door for the bedroom area. Over on the driver's side, we have the two 110 outlets and then a connection for a cable. Right above us, we've got the carbon monoxide detector. And then behind me, of course, we've got the light here. We have a storage compartment here. Now inside this compartment, we have our roof access port. So they've already put a hole in through the roof. So if you want to add a Wi-Fi extender or something like that, it's already ready for you. And then we've got a 12-volt receptacle, two USBs, and two 110 outlets. In the center of our bedroom, we've got 12-volt, two USB, and two 110, and then you've got a little port here. So if you want to have a cord come through here, you can easily do that. And they've also given us two reading lights. So I've got those turned on. You can turn them on and off. But this is just like a very dim light. To get the bright reading light, you just push and hold, and then the bright light comes on. And then those are directional as well. Now I've put this hard cushion in the center. Initially I'm going to move that back and put it in this area right here to make one big bed. But this is nice because it can kind of be used as a nightstand, or you can take that out and you've got that space in between. But now I'm going to fill that space with our extra cushion here. Again, nice big storage cabinet here. Again, they're all backed into steel. Check out the nice big windows on both sides. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite. Look at that beautiful view that I have. Love that. So we can open it up, put the screens up, get some nice fresh air back here. And then this is also our emergency exit window. Okay, so now I'm going to take the cushion that was our kind of our nightstand. I'm going to flip it over so that the hard case is there. And then I'm just going to set it right in the center. So now you can see the full bed, really comfortable, easy to get out into the bathroom in the middle of the night, whichever way you want to use it. And then straight up above is the AC unit. For us Texans, that's a big deal. I'm not going to have a hot night in the Ekko unless I'm using my furnace. Okay, and we have the little privacy drape too, which I think is super important. Spend a lot of time together, but then you want your own little place at night, so it's that easy. I love that Winnebago gives you this thermal insulator from the front cab, because you really lose all your insulation up there with the windows. So you can just easily snap this up, and it looks nice too. So snaps into place, just right around the TV. Got a little snap for back there too. Even snaps down the sides, and then you can just leave that up. You have full privacy plus the insulation and go in and out of the front cab. Now you also have a privacy drape for if you're not worried about the insulation factor with this, but I do love that feature. So now I'm just gonna take it off quickly. And Winnebago gives us a blackout shade for up front. So it's super easy to put up. You've just got little Velcro tabs along the front dash here, or cab. So easy on, easy off. All right, now to the cockpit of the Ekko. So first of all, let's go over these chairs. Are nice and comfortable. We've got the control here for the backrest, and then a manual forward and back. And then just beyond that, we've got a red lever here that when I pull to the side, it allows me to rotate the chair back into the living room of the Ekko. Here on the door, we have a nice little spot where we can grab it and shut the door. Window controls. And then just below that, we have the unlock and lock. Nice compartment here. You could put a drink there, and then miscellaneous items here, and another one below. Now remember that at my feet, just under my feet, is where the batteries are, the chassis batteries are. Then right underneath here is where you pull to release the hood. Just above that, you got another drink holder. And then above that, we've got the controls for those exterior mirrors. Here is our fog light. These are our regular lights, our running lights, headlights, and then you can just put them on auto. Now this is going to brighten and dim your dash screen. Then you've got another cup holder here. This is where you can adjust your steering column up and down and then just lock it in. Right below that, we've got this important button. This is your battery boost button. So if you ever come back to your coach and you can't get it to start, you want to tie your chassis and your house batteries together to give you enough power to start your coach. So you just push that and then turn the ignition and it should start right up. If it doesn't, then you might have to call for some roadside assistance. Typically that will do the job though, so that's why you need to know where that is. Here is your turn signal, and then if you push in here, you can turn your lane keeping assist off or back on. You turn it back on. And then for your brights, pull forward to flash them and then push back to have them stay on. So here are your blind spot monitor indicators, and they're on the driver and passenger side. Again, that's something that Winnebago added to the Transit chassis for your safety. Lots of buttons here on your steering column. So first of all, this is cruise control. This is where you can set it, cancel it, resume, and then this will be, if you want, once you're in cruise, you can either go up in speed a little bit or down in speed a little bit. This is going to be adjusting your following distance. So limb set reads the traffic signs. When you're in cruise control, will only allow you to go 5 miles over the posted speed limit. You can turn this off though. Then we've got the controls for your radio, up and down, and mute. Obviously your horn's in the center, and then we go over to this panel here that will give you information on your screen ahead of you. So you can go to the information and click in. You'll have your auto start and stop, drive alert, intelligent all-wheel drive, engine hours, display. So this is where you can customize your display, driver assistance. So this is going to be your pre-collision assistance, lane keep system, drive alert, cruise control, and vehicle settings. So your chimes, your lighting, your locks, your remote start, and vehicle maintenance, oil life, and tire pressure. This is where you can answer a call if you Bluetooth your phone in and hang up, and then voice commands. You can cycle through your drive modes here. So this is your normal. This is eco, slippery, mud and ruts, and tow haul mode. And then this is for your auto traction control, and I would just keep that on all the time. Windshield wiper control, so you can just hit it down once to just do it one time, or you can turn it on to different speeds, lift it up, and then you'll pull forward to put your windshield wiper fluid up there. Just below that we have our ignition, and then we have our transmission control here. Above that we've got our display screen here, so our radio we can turn on and off here, tune here. We can also scroll through it. We can connect our phone, our nav system, apps, and go to our settings, customize the screen. We can also do Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So you're just going to plug in your USB here and then plug into your phone and just unlock your phone, and it will come up there. So you can go to your Google Maps, your music, you name it, you've got it right there. Your contacts. So really nice that it has that option, and then it will also go to other applicable apps for your vehicle. So here are your radio controls, volume, tune. You can go to your sound settings, or you can go back to audio and seek, find different stations, play, and then you can go back to your main screen there. Below you've got your heat and cool settings, so you can power it on and off right here. Here's your defrost for the windshield, the flow of the air recirculating there inside, your defrost for your mirrors, your AC, and then your fan speed and your cold and your hot. Just below that you've got your hazards, and then you've got your USB for your Apple CarPlay Android Auto, and also your 12-volt receptacle. 3-cup storage here for a drink holder, bigger ones and then smaller ones. Little nice miscellaneous space here. Below here, you have the braking strength, plus or minus here, and another little cubby for storage. On the top of the dash, you have another USB charging port, 12-volt port, storage space here, storage space here, storage space here, and storage in front of the co-captain. So rear view mirror, then you've got your passenger airbags are on, and then you've got your light controls here. So just on and off. And then you can determine if you want those to come on and off when the door is open or closed. And then your sun visors above the captain and co-captain. All right, here in the co-captain's chair, we've got our glove box, storage, or I would say that's more for storage, drink holder, and then just below here in this compartment, you've got a jack for the coach. So this is my favorite part of the videos that I get to do. I get to do the test drive. So we're going to take the Ekko out, and with this Ekko on the Ford Transit all-wheel drive, you can go places in a Class C that you couldn't with most Class Cs, more like a B. So we're going to go ahead and test this out just a little bit. It's going to be so fun. So we're going to take it through some different types of terrain, and you can see how it conforms. You can see that it's totally quiet in here. Now, I'm gonna, now I'm in the mountains. But you can see that it handles this road, bumpy road. So, if you want to do a little off-roading in this, no problem. All right. You can see that this is going to take you places that most Class Cs won't, and really the only way to experience is to come out and try one on your own. Now, I don't know that we've got this kind of track to take you on though, but you can see it's going to handle the bumps. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Okay. Is that impressive or what? Did you see that, like, the cabinets haven't fallen off the shelf, the microwave's still intact? That was totally fun. So now we're going to go up a 30% grade. So hold on, we're going to see how this all-wheel drive handles. Again, this is going to give you the ability to, go on some fun trails. You can use this from the sand to the mountains to the snow. Now remember that this has adaptive cruise control built in when you're on the road. Obviously I'm not following anyone here. And you can see that you can get through tight spaces, rocky, rough. You're gonna have a ton of fun in the Ekko. Not only that, it's gonna take you places that other Class Cs can't. And it's also going to allow you to bring all your toys with you. I mean, you've got that huge gear garage. Whether it's climbing, mountain biking, kayaking, stand-up paddle boards, you have room to take all that fun stuff with you. Thank you so much for joining me today on this tour of the 2023 Winnebago Ekko. I hope you've enjoyed it and had as much fun as I have. Now, I'm sure you're wondering how much this awesome coach would cost you. Well, guess what? You got to give us a call at National Indoor RV Centers, and we'd be happy to give you a price. We also take in trades, we do consignments, offer financing, super easy. So give us a call. And remember, with our volume and economies of scale, RVs simply cost less at National Indoor RV Centers. If you've enjoyed this video and like to see more just like it, please hit the like and subscribe. Also check out my Winnebago factory tour video, my RVing 101 series, which is a 4-part series, and my RVing tow package video. Thanks so much for joining me, and have a wonderful day.